So ever since that video came out about the lady from the Cheesecake Factory, many people have been discussing that because it's been a hot topic to discuss about going to restaurants. And I didn't know that certain restaurants were beneath some of the ladies here in America when a man is asking them to go out on a date. So they recently, in response to that, put out a list of places where they feel they should not go on a first date. I wanted to take my time, go through this list myself and see if something's wrong with it or something I can agree to. So let's go ahead on and look at this list, because this list actually, fellas, is actually pretty good. So it says, here is the list of places women absolutely refuse to go out on a first date to, and thank you to the ladies who reached out to me and said to help me with my list. So number one, the Cheesecake Factory. I've been to the Cheesecake Factory myself many times with my wife, my family. And what is wrong with the Cheesecake Factory? If I had a choice between fast food and the Cheesecake Factory, I'm going to choose the Cheesecake Factory every single time. Cheesecake Factory has healthy options there. If you don't want healthy options, you can eat the bad food. You can eat all kind of cheesecake, cake. It's a lot of options with the Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake Factory also have a good breakfast as well if you into that. So if a woman doesn't want to go to Cheesecake Factory, fellas, X her off your list. Second one, she says Applebees. What is wrong with Applebees? I don't really see a big issue with that restaurant at all. I think if she don't want to go to Applebees, she isn't the woman for you. The next one we're going to look at is Chili's and Chipotle. Now, Chili's is a little bit more of a sit-down restaurant. Chipotle is more so in and out. It's a little bit more of a upgraded fast food to me. But I wouldn't I wouldn't say most men would take a woman on a date to Chipotle. I don't think they would, but the first couple of restaurants seem more so like, okay, yeah, it'll take somebody. I just met them. The Olive Garden. What is wrong with the Olive Garden? Some people may like the Olive Garden. Some people may like Italian food. So they go to the Olive Garden. Remember, fellas, if this woman is above these kind of restaurants, then I don't think she's a woman for you whatsoever. Because let me tell you something. You're going to date a problem. And if she's coming out the gate a problem, if she's coming out the gate ungrateful, and she's so high and mighty that she's above these restaurants that we're talking about are multi-million-dollar corporations. And here she go walking into a multi-million-dollar corporation and act like she's above that corporation who owns those restaurants. That's quite interesting. The movies. Most people talk about dinner in a movie. That has been a tradition for a long time. So why is something wrong with going to the movies? Your house. Now, I agree. Don't take a woman to your house. For what? You don't know her. Some women can come off so nice, innocent, and sweet, and then turn certified crazy. You don't know if you're meeting a stalker. You don't know who you got going on. So I do agree with that one. You do not take a woman to your house on a first date. It's any fast food chain. I would agree with that. You're taking a woman on a first date. I don't think you should take her to McDonald's, Burger King, any of those places like that. I don't think that's food that's not even good for human consumption personally. I can't stand fast food restaurants. If I got a choice between starving and eating fast food, I guess I'm going to have to starve that day because that food is just trash. Do the research. Buffalo Wild Wings, another sit-down restaurant. Would that be a place to take a woman on a first date? No, I wouldn't say, hey, let's go to Buffalo Wild Wings unless she loves that restaurant. That's one of her favorites. She loved the wings from there, and she talks about it all the time. So if you make the suggestion and she say, oh, yeah, okay, I don't think nothing wrong with it. Same thing with those other restaurants. If the Cheesecake Factory is her favorite, where most men want to take the woman where she like to go. Wingstop, along the same line as Buffalo Wild Wings. Would I suggest that being a first date? No. Red Lobster. Some people like Red Lobster. Would I say take them on the first date to Red Lobster? I mean, I don't think nothing wrong with that. The next one says a buffet. I don't know why anybody would want to go to a buffet, but I never heard dudes just on a good day taking a woman to an all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet or something. So I don't know. I never heard of that. And if you are taking a girl to a buffet and she loves a buffet, yeah, fellas, you're starting off wrong completely with that one. IHOP and Denny's. IHOP and Denny's, no, I agree with that one. You shouldn't take no woman to no IHOP and Denny's on no first date. That's like y'all in a relationship and y'all want to go to IHOP and Denny's. That's not for a first date. Says the gym and church. I both agree with both of them. You do not take a woman to the gym or church. That's not a date. That is, I mean, you're going to focus on different things. You're focusing on the Lord and you're focusing on trying to get your reps in. That's not a first date. So I definitely agree with that. Starbucks and coffee dates. I think an official first date, no. A get to know you session, yes. I think it's okay to weed women out because you don't know who this woman is. If she's above meeting you at a Starbucks or any kind of coffee date like that, if that's, and of course, I wouldn't say that would be something younger people would be doing, like in their 20s. I would say that'd probably be somebody in their 40s would do, 50s would do. And maybe just a younger lady who is considered an old head, because you got some young ladies who are old heads and they're like, I don't really fool with them. People my age, they get on my nerves. I guess just my maturity level. Hey, they got, like, for instance, let's say you met a girl, you in Chicago. They got that Starbucks Reserve roastery, right? That fourth floor Starbucks. If that girl likes Starbucks like that and she want to go and she's like, yeah, I want to get to know him, because there's nothing wrong with a coffee date. Let's flip it on reverse, ladies. What if you meet this guy at this coffee date and he just really just was not it? He got on your nerves. At least you didn't dress up. At least you didn't go out with this guy. At least anything. Worst case scenario, okay, he get on your nerves. Well, hey, I'm gonna go ahead on and take my my coffee or my chai latte or whatever and go on. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that big of a problem, and it's a public place. Ice cream dates and family functions. I agree with that 200%. Why would you take a woman to an ice cream date? Ice cream? Like, what kind of cheap person would do that? And a family function, you don't bring a woman that you just meeting to your family. Like, that doesn't make sense. Who's doing that? I don't know nobody who's trying to bring a woman he just met to meet his mammy. That would seem like the dude's desperate, right? So whoever doing that, now I agree with that one. They say movie night, I guess that's a Netflix and chill, right? I would say no. That's going back to the lines of bringing her to your house. Don't do that because you don't know who this woman is. They say a long drive. It just depends on what he want to do. Maybe she likes driving, be on the open road. Maybe she's mentioned this. Because sometimes when women mention things in conversation, sometimes we as men say, okay, well, I want to do that because that's what she likes. So certain restaurants, maybe she likes to just be on road trips, whatever. But would I say a first date per se? That's kind of iffy. Bowling and nightclubs. I definitely would say no on the bowling. I think bowling is cool when you're in a relationship. Nightclubs, definitely no. Why would you bring a woman to a nightclub on your first date? That doesn't make sense. It's about trying to get to know her. How you gonna get to know her? Music blasting, people doing what they do, so distracting, right? No. Hookah bar and a bar just for drinks. That's along the lines of nightclubs. To me, a definite no. They say the Waffle House. No. I agree with that too. No, not the Waffle House. I think that's cool when you're in a relationship. Cool. Go to Waffle House, no problem. But first date, just meeting the woman on the first date, you're going to take her to the doggone Waffle House. It kind of shows that it's showing that you cheap. Unless, unless she just loves the Waffle House so much, that's her favorite place, and she want to be there. Okay, that's cool. But if she's not on that, if she don't wear Waffle House gear or something like that, or whatever, no. Now the last one, sports events. That why I disagree with that one. You know, and what I mean by disagree, I think that could be a great first date. Let me tell you why. Some girls like sports. So it's football season. I'm here in Texas. So you meet a woman. She's a huge Dallas Cowboys fan. Huge. She loved the Dallas Cowboys. She watched the game. She got the gear on Sundays or whatever. She loved the Cowboys. She haven't been to a Cowboys game yet, and you're a season ticket holder with the Cowboys. You just happen to be a season ticket holder. And you want to go on a first date. Okay. She's a Cowboys fan. You tell her, hey, look, well, I know it's our first date. Would you like to go to a Cowboys game? You know, I'm a season ticket holder. I got seats on the 50-yard line. That's what I'm a season ticket holder. That girl would be so excited with that because, number one, she gets to see the Cowboys. That's her favorite team. Usually somebody like the Cowboys, their whole family's Cowboys fans, right? That's usually how it goes. And you take her to the Cowboys game, right? Boy, she'll never forget that because most dudes is not about to get up and take her to the Cowboys game. So sporting events is not wrong if that's what she's into. Now, if she's not into that, if she's not a fan of a particular team or something to that effect, then I would say a random woman you're meeting, no. Not at all. But that's really just all my assessment of this list. Some of it's ridiculous, but some of it I can actually agree with. Now, they did come up with another list of things where they say the men shouldn't put up with. Now, I'm not going to quote their list. I'll just quote my particular list, what I would say for men. So, and it won't be that long, really. One, I don't think a man should take a woman out on a date if she's engaged in any kind of behavior where she is showing herself, taking off her clothes, anything, whether she's a stripper, whether she's on OnlyFans, if she's on Instagram showing any of her body parts, then she is disqualified, in my opinion, for you as a man to take her out. Because remember, your reputation means a lot at the end of the day, and your woman is a reflection of you. That's for sure. Number two, if she got too much mouth or an attitude, that disqualifies her from you taking her on any kind of dates. Some of you dudes like that mouth and attitude until down the line it starts getting on your nerves. It's at first some of the times it's cute for you, but no, any mouth, any attitude, no. Okay. If she has no domestic skills, she can't cook, she can't clean, she's nothing she can do at all. She ain't interested in that. She don't want to do it. That would be a flat no, fellas. If you are smart, because you can't always be in a restaurant. You can't. You can't always depend on somebody to deliver food to you. You can't. You need a woman that know how to cook because you have children with this woman. What's she going to do? Feed them McDonald's all day? Another thing that you can't really, I would suggest don't take a woman out. If you are, and this would preface this, if she is a single mother and you have no children, I think you should leave her alone. But you can take out a single mother if you so choose to. If she has children from a marriage, then that's okay. I think if you so choose to do that, but I preferably say single fathers need to date single mothers. But also, if you are a single father, make sure that you know who the father is. Now, if you get involved with a single mother, it's actually better to get with a single mother where the dad is not in the life at all. Now, you say, why is that? I'm going to come in being a stepdaddy. Even if he's around, you still going to come in being a stepdaddy. But if he's not in the life at all, he's somewhere else, he's in prison, he's wherever, he ain't getting out no time soon, 30 years he got, whatever the case may be, you don't really have to deal with that man and that issue. Because sometimes when you get with a single mother and the dad's around all the time, sometimes he can cause problems in relationships. Sometimes, she can get into it with him and now she's pissed off all day because of what he said. You had nothing to do with it. There's a lot that goes along with that. That's why some men just say, nah, I'm good. I really don't want to date any kind of single mothers. Of course, we talk about, women with excessive tattoos. That says a lot. I mean, you're going to mark up your body like that, especially, some no spots like the neck area, the face, the chest, the lower back, different areas like that should disqualify you from taking them out on the first date as well. I mean, we could, I could write a complete list down for you fellas if you would like. I'm just coming off of something preliminary and I can go into thorough explanations of why I say they are disqualified, because I'm a firm believer of disqualification, right? And they disqualify themselves. Certain type of dress, no. I mean, the classy look is always the best and lasting look if you're going to take a woman out on a date. Make sure you pay attention to how she come out with you, because remember, how you met her is how you're going to deal with her. You know what I'm saying? So if you met her dressing half naked and then she pop up like Joe Smith's wife talking about she's on OnlyFans, well, you met her like that, bro. You can't deal with her before like that, well, shoot, pick better. You know what I'm saying? But these lists that people got, some of it is based in entitlement, not really character, not really know-how with some of these, ladies out here. But let me know what y'all think about, definitely the list they talking about on the first date. Do you agree with some of what they're saying? Like I said, I can agree with definitely some of their lists for sure, because I'm just, realistic on some things, but let me know.